good.
Okay. A little bit after 6 p.m. City of Greendale Public Hearing and Council Meeting, August 13th, 2025. I'd like to call this meeting to order, and please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. All right, before the audience comments, we have an ordinance 2025-06, appropriating the proceeds from Lawrenceburg Bond Bank. Anthony?
This is a public hearing. We provided notice to the public about appropriating these funds that we received from Lawrenceburg Bond Bank. The reason we did this is because we received them in the middle of the year, so they were not appropriated for 2025. These are just going to go into the fund that we created last time we received bond bank funds, and then they're going to be in there for the next electric project. So, if any audience member has questions about that, this is the time for that.
You want to wait 15 minutes or?
No, the board can make a motion to close public hearing.
So moved.
Got a first, we have a second?
There's no comments. I have a second.
Okay, first and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, public hearing closed. Okay, so we're going to turn around and call the regular meeting to order. Audience comments in general. Ladies? Well, hold on a second. I think you're here for a donation request, right?
Yes.
Okay. I was talking about the ladies behind you. That's okay. Are you guys here?
Me.
Yes, yes.
I'm here to follow up.
Okay.
Oh, I have to go up there?
Yes, you know this is how we play.
Oh.
Okay, state your name.
I'm Andy Bushman,
Thank you.
live on Allen Avenue next to Schneebelt's Park. I was here a couple months ago.
Was the concern.
It's one of them.
When I asked him to stay in a specific area and he was doing that, is when I drive by, he's usually in the spot. Is that not the case?
No,
Has he-
no, they use the space in between the no parking signs now as their living room 2-3 times a day. They all congregate there.
Or vehicle or no vehicle?
Vehicle. The vehicle's parked there in between the signs. And the other gentleman
In the red Suburban?
in the red Suburban, and now we have a third person that has a small blue truck that I've seen sleeping there a couple times this week. Today, one time. I've got pictures if anybody wants to see the pictures.
Okay.
So things are not getting any better, for sure.
Well, when I spoke to him the first time, and I was driving by, he was worried. We talked about staying. You know, Gary was pretty adamant that day. He said, if he stays where there, then I'm good with it. And so, I thought we had that all worked out, but he is since not doing that?
No, I mean, they're still parking there.
Right.
They pretty much come and go as they please. But this is not about the poor to me or Gary. This is about at least those two guys. I don't know anything about the third guy. But they've been convicted of different things. I still don't know why Chris cannot go up in that apartment complex. If she has some kind of restraining order against him.
She doesn't.
Okay,
it's
because.
the owner of the apartment.
Okay, so does anybody know what he did?
I don't know that.
I mean, it's kind of concerning to us why these people are out here. They're not, I don't want to say anymore. Anyway, they've got issues. And they've had history of whatever they've done. I do know what Al did, but anyway. What's that? Anyway, they're not upstanding citizens. Maybe they're trying to turn their lives around fine, but I really don't want to watch it all. And I know there's a new Indiana state law about sleeping on the streets or camping. And in that, we sent that to Kurt.
Yep, and I forwarded that to Anthony, but I don't know, did you receive that?
No.
If I forward that back.
So in that, it talks about providing a warming and cooling area for these people who need it. And I'll tell you what, watching those guys sleep in their cars all last winter when it's below 20 degrees, they had to dig Chris out of his car one night because of all the snow. I mean, somebody's going to die living like that, as cold as it is. We've got a Greendale cabin that sits there empty most of the time. I know it's used for all kinds of things, but in situations like that, can we use the basement, put some cots in there, offer some place for these people when they need it? Just ideas. But City of Lawrenceburg does that in the Boy Scout cabin. And I think Greendale needs to come up with something like that since we have the same situation.
And Andy, I think
Yeah.
since you've been here, there's been a lot of talk amongst all of us, just where this is going to go and how we can help. And I've had a lot of different individuals reach out to me about a number of things. And I know the community project has reached out to a few of us to sit down and come up with some solutions. So I know that that's in the works. So
That's
I don't
good.
want you to think that nothing's happening.
That's why I'm here,
Yeah.
to hear whatever
So
we're
we will
doing.
definitely update you, but I know that the community project has reached out to all the mayors and other individuals and has asked that we sit down and figure out if we can have a warming and cooling in different places. So I think they're all great ideas. So I just want you to know that we are definitely taking this into consideration, and
Thank you.
We're hearing you.
Good. And then there's locks for the bathrooms. One other thing. I threw it out there, like, have an officer or several of them make that on their routes to lock them up at night. That also reduces the vandalism issues, if that's still going on.
So one of
And
the
then-
things that, oh, sorry,
And
go ahead.
police presence. If they're going in there to lock them down and unlock them, the police are in the parks
I see what you're saying.
and can see what's going on.
Yeah, and we, when you asked, we had, you're racking up those dollars over there, Jim. Good thing you got, you get some pockets. So one of the things that I did is I reached out to a whole bunch of individuals in Greendale and just asked their opinion about locks. And then we also had, and I know other people here up on council have done the same, and they are, everybody wants the parks to be safe. That's one thing. Everybody wants the parks to be safe. One of the other things that we had talked to the city workers and the police, and they had mentioned that maybe spending some money on more cameras would help out the problems if there were any vandalism, things like that, because that's usually how they catch them instead of locking. Police presence, which you can talk about, but these are all things that we are actively talking about amongst all of us. So I don't want you to think that we're not doing anything.
Oh,
It's just
no, I don't.
Nothing happens quick.
I'm just coming back and checking.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and you absolutely should. But I do know that I got a lot of varying answers when it came to the locks. We did look into a lock system that is, you can set it for a timer for it to lock and then unlock. Some of the concerns were, if it malfunctions, someone getting
Yeah.
stuck in there or something like that. And then also like early morning runners or early morning fisher, people want to fish and things like that. Like I said, I reached out to people clear, like near Schneebel's Pond all the way through. So I reached out to a ton of different constituents to figure out, what they thought. And the consensus is that everybody wants the parks to be safe. And when we talked to Chief, he said that the data shows that they are safe. I'm not saying that nothing can't happen, but, and we want to continue to keep them safe. So that's what we're actively having these conversations. Like if the park board and if the city officials think, or city administration thinks that we want to, or that cameras make more sense, and that's where the money should be spent, then maybe we should do that. We can always look and talk about the locks, but I just want you to know that there are a couple council folks, and maybe all of us, who've talked to a lot of people, and I know you've talked to people as well.
Yep, I sure have. Anthony, follow up with what you sent me, and I did forward to Anthony, but unfortunately, it wasn't Anthony's number. I got three numbers for
So who you
Anthony.
got working on that then?
Well, I guess nobody now, but I will forward it to him tonight just to pass that along. Sorry about that. I forwarded to him, but wrong one.
I just don't want this problem to keep going farther and growing. Then it's really going to be a tough situation.
Yeah, and like I said, I actually had someone else ping me about, they stopped in the bathrooms down by the pickleball courts, and there was like some trash in there and things like that. But most of that stuff usually happens during the day, and they usually catch them with the cameras. So maybe us having a better camera system, with all the bathrooms might make more sense. So we are definitely looking at that and looking at the prices. So I just wanted you to know that we are actively doing that.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, ma'am.
Insofar as the cameras, the parks operates within our budget. We put in cameras at Greendale Park this year and Oki Park, and have discussed with Becky and have budgeted money for Schneebell Pond and Homestead for next year.
Okay, perfect.
Already been done. As I said, we operate within our budget. The cameras at Greendale and at Oki have been very effective in identifying vandals.
Yeah.
And we have had the vandalism, as the chief will verify, happens in the evening. So, but the cameras, I heard some comments of what the park board should do, shouldn't do. Well, the park board has it budgeted, and we will be pursuing that in
We-
those other two parks.
We'd also like to have a few more cameras on the basketball court, if you don't mind, if we could.
Yeah.
But if that's a safety issue, Linda, I mean, obviously, putting cameras in parks are gonna be a safety issue. We should have tipped in the safety lit fund and got that taken care of right immediately. I don't know why we didn't. I didn't know we didn't have cameras over in Homestead.
I'm not responsible for the safety.
Right.
Okay?
But
Not
if you guys needed
responsible for
cameras,
the
you
parks.
should have brought them up and said we needed cameras.
Well, I think that, I think we're pursuing it in a proper way. We're operating within the budget that exists, and I don't think Becky's got a whole lot of room to swim in. But, we did want to pursue the cameras in the other two parks, and we have that set aside. as-
Yes, we'd like to do a little bit each year.
So-
And then one other option to explore that when we had the Wi-Fi in the parks project done, there's a way to set up notifications through that system that because when you walk into a park and you have Wi-Fi set to connect to a network on your phone, it connects to that network immediately. And so whether you connect to it or not, our system knows that you're in the park. And so we can set that up to have an alert that goes to anybody in the city that we want that says, hey, there's activity at this park. Somebody with a cell phone is currently present in that place. And we're already paying for that. I don't know that we're utilizing that or not, but that's something worth looking into, I think, with Alta Fiber. Like, if you notice between certain hours that there's a ping for a phone, can we have text message sent to somebody, or like, so you can know when people are there.
I think that's great.
Becky just put
Mike,
on-
can you turn your microphone around? And Vince, you too. Sorry, your microphone.
Okay.
And I just want to add, we've had 2 people come to our front door, people that most of you would know, like the son of person that everybody knows. He brings his little one over to fish all the time, and he came to our door at 7 o'clock one evening, introduced himself, and he said, I've been watching this guy going around in this silver van, because he's been there a number of times to fish, and then he's been watching, and he said, what's going on with this guy? And he said, is it safe for me to let my son come over here and fish? I said, I can't answer that question for you, because he behaves differently on different days. So, and then the other person also came over to talk to us about what's going on around here. So it's not unnoticed. I mean, even people outside of our neighborhood are seeing what's going on. That's all I've got. I just appreciate everything you can do.
Yes, Andy.
Thanks,
Thank you, Andy.
Do you have a comment, Mike?
No, I just, if we do have a safety concern, and it's not the way we were when we were growing up, but it's just a fact of life, I'd rather not do the cameras I'd rather get them installed sooner than later. I mean, if we had the money and the safety lit, why can't we do that? Why can't we, to me,
Put locks on, put the
put
cameras
locks
up.
on,
It's
I
safety.
don't see any downside to it, other than we have a couple people that maybe can't use the restrooms that, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I just really don't, and I think from a safety standpoint, it behooves us to be proactive rather than reactive after something does happen,
100% with you, Mike.
in my opinion.
I have a comment.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This question of safety, I find it ironic and, somewhat hyperbole to be talking about a safety issue that does not exist. In the park betterment, we're talking about public safety. I think, do we cut down every bush next to a sidewalk because somebody could be lurking in it? Do we rescind the ordinance that was passed that allows golf carts to drive on a blind curve on a much-used street? That's a safety issue. I think it was a I think it's lucky, nobody's been hurt there. But I understand why it was, the council made a decision, and I respect that decision. It was voted. I think that the rules of the parks, and Anthony, this would fall to you, are a decision to be made by the park board. And I think state statute says that. So nobody cares more about safety in the park than the park board. We discussed this lock issue, when we had a park board meeting last, because it had come up at a council meeting. The reverse what came up in that meeting. When you limit the hours a bathroom is open, and it's public knowledge, well, somebody's gonna be going in there 15 minutes before those bathrooms lock, because they know they're protected for the duration. And then what happens when they oversleep, somebody walks in that bathroom when it's open, they get surprised. We have never had a situation in the parks where there was a safety thing in the bathrooms. The month that the original ordinance was passed to permit golf carts on the streets of Greendale, a young lady fell off a golf cart and got seriously hurt. And then we turned around and passed an ordinance, the city council passed an ordinance that not only could you ride them on the side streets, but you could ride them on Ridge Avenue, which is your purview to decide. But it is a safety concern. I would ask Anthony if the obligation and the charge to establish rules in the parks doesn't fall to the park board.
The park board statute says that the park board's in charge of the setting rules and regulations for the parks.
And I think that settles the discussion.
A city council's in charge of safety of the whole city, and parks fall within the city.
So, yes, but city council's in charge of ordinances and appropriating funds. And part of that could be appropriating funds for cameras, locks, those kind of things to be installed. Or passing ordinances that say public restrooms are closed or people can't go in the parks for certain hours, broad ordinances that would affect the parks. But the general day-to-day operation of the parks are generally ran by the park board.
And again, being here a year and a half, I just don't know. Because council members are on every board that I know of, so which council members are on the park board?
There are none.
There's a
Why?
specific statute that says council people cannot be on the park board.
Really?
It's a
Okay.
state statute that dictates that,
Okay.
for this very reason.
Okay. I didn't know that, and that's why I said I'm learning on this, so, okay.
I didn't know that either. So, okay.
So if the park board were to come and say they'd like to install the cameras they have planned next year, this year, and would like some additional funds from lit fund, we could appropriate that money for the park board to do that sooner.
Yes.
Which would, in my mind, would be a good start. And the reason I brought up we'd like to get a couple more cameras on the basketball court for those of you who haven't been down there in the last week or two, some hot rodder went out in the middle of the our beautiful new basketball court, and did donuts in his car. So,
If we look at that the day after, Mayor, and I think moving that one fisheye camera that
Right.
looks at the back door of the cabin would allow us to view that basketball court. If not, then the installation of just a second camera on the other side of that pole would do it.
yeah, I'd like to
You
get,
can see a corner of.
right. It'd be nice just to have eyes on the whole thing, yeah, so.
Can I ask a kind of a reverse question? But if council would decide tonight that we want to appropriate money for cameras, would we have to get the park board's permission to do that?
Well, you'd have to get the Parks Board permission to install them, but more importantly, I think you need to go to your clerk treasurer and see where there is any money to do that.
Okay, well, let's just say that that's a given. We've got the money, we want to put cameras up. Do we have to get the park board's permission to do that? Is that really a
appropriate,
rule of the park?
David, to appropriate money or to ask them to install the cameras?
Well, I don't necessarily even mean for them to install it. We want to buy and install cameras as a council. Do we have to get the park board's permission to do that?
I don't know that that's a rule or regulation. The park board's in charge of, it doesn't say explicitly safety, but they are in charge of providing essentially police presence if it's needed in parks. If the city wants to install cameras in the parks, I don't see anything that would prevent that.
That's all I have.
And David, I think the Park Board is good with that. It's just that we are
Oh,
operating
I'm not-
under the financial.
I'm not knocking the
constraints
park board at all.
of the
I'm just,
And that's why we budgeted for the additional
Right.
park.
I understand.
For, next year. It's a question from Becky. She gets hit up a lot with nobody inquiring if there's any money here.
Chief, did you have something?
I was just gonna say, going back to the parking issue, it seems like that's the root cause of all of this. Every time she comes here, or anybody comes here to talk about our homeless people, it's that they're parked there, not that they're doing anything in the parks or bothering people necessarily. There's people that aren't from around here don't know who they are, what the safety issues might be. But while they're down there, does the council have to approve, or can we put up maybe a 2-hour parking limit? That way that'll keep them from being there all night or all day if they're only there for
Certain locations.
That's me, by the way, just so you know.
But otherwise, yeah, we can come up with an ordinance, but the only thing that I would say is that between now and the next meeting, we have to think about, is that only in that one street, or is that going to be, right now, you can park on any public street and leave your car there for 7 days without moving it, which is pretty standard. So, I mean, someone that's parking in a certain location to sleep right now, I assume is going to move their car just to another street.
I think typically those would be in a business district for cities, right? But for this situation, I don't know if it's a special situation where we can do that. Just an idea I'm throwing out there.
It'd be nice to do something, again, I've talked to 2 residents who have approached me over the last year before these guys brought up, and they were concerned about the people parking there, and honestly, the value of their homes. If they go to sell their home, they're like, people see that, and my home's not worth as much, because, if they have kids that are moving in there, and I get that. I mean, that to me that's a major thing.
They're most people's single largest investment.
Absolutely.
Yes, yep. Karen, would you like to speak?
Maybe at the next meeting.
Okay.
I'm observing today. I have a lot of thoughts.
Yes, ma'am. You're more than welcome if you'd like to talk.
Not today.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But Shane, that's something we can definitely take into consideration, some sort of parking like we did down here for the memorial. I know we've talked about that before, but it's just I know you had even brought up like administering it and like keeping it up to date, and what Anthony brought up, like where do you stop? But I also think that comes in conjunction with working with the community project and coming up with ideas about other ideas that we have for the city. If this is going to be something, if this is something that's been brought up multiple times.
Okay. All right. Y'all ready to move on? Everybody?
Sure.
Approval of the July 9th, 2025 regular meeting minutes.
I'll move to approve as presented.
Got a first, so I have a second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Ms. Becky, clerk treasurer report.
Okay. In your packet, you've got your fund report, which lists each individual fund, the balance at the beginning of the year, and the ending balance as of July 31st. And the next page are riverboat expenditures for the month of July. It details any bills that were paid out of the riverboat fund in the month. And you've got your riverboat revenue summary and your donation summary. Does anybody have any questions?
Guys, I want you to look at your last page. It's the half page. And the last number on the right-hand side. You guys see what that is? No, you're on the wrong one.
Which one you got? Which one you got?
I got stormwater operating, $1,200.
Oh, the other one has a half page too.
Yeah.
We got a permit.
What's that?
We got a permit, stormwater permit.
Yes.
For 1,200.
So, I'm going to segue into, Alan Duncan's running code enforcement and our MS4 program. Our MS4 program just nailed it. We got through our first audit, did very well. Congratulations. But if you were here for the Board of Works meeting, you would have heard that we have a lot of projects going on in the Valley Woods area. Indian Woods Trail and, I always forget, is that Sycamore Court? No. Springwood Court. Two major problems we have because of the amount of water that comes down that street and in those ditches. Plus, we also have this lovely Valley Woods Dam that Mr. Ruppel left us that needs repaired too. So anyway, the point I'm getting at, we need to start moving forward on getting this MS4 utility rate in place because we have projects, and at this point, we have no way to pay for them. And it's going to become a problem. We need to move forward. We need to decide how we're going to bill. We've spent a year on getting the study done, the rate study done. I think we've got a fair rate, as from when I've talked to other mayors. I'm hoping it's a good starting point. We just need to enact how we're going to do it.
And I'll chime in, and I know, Anthony, you've reached out to the county clerk, and in your research, a lot of other counties are running this through.
Other cities.
Other cities are running this through the county, and then it'll be on the semi-annual tax bills, right?
Yeah.
But, and that would allow us, because it's already by parcels anyway, which I think majority of the board would rather do, but I don't want to speak for the rest of them. But you haven't heard back whether or not they will do this or not?
I have not talked to the auditor. She was going to attend a conference and update me. I think that they will do this for Greendale. It's just a matter of getting it in place.
So
I thought we already decided
yeah.
that.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, no, go ahead.
No, what do you need us to do? Like, didn't we?
I just don't have an update this meeting.
Okay.
Okay. We can't set up, we can't set up.
All right, it's not like we were being told we haven't done anything, and we don't.
No, I'm just saying it's getting imperative.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what I'm saying, what do you want us to do?
Yeah.
And one thing I know we haven't done, though, we saw the rates per electric user But are those rates gonna change, then we go to parcels?
We're gonna verify that.
Okay,
And is Structure Point working on that?
yeah.
We're gonna meet with them before we update the final ordinance with that.
So, I'm sorry, I'm not to belabor this, as I do know I sit in the Board of Works too, and we do need the money. So if we do it, it would be effective, we wouldn't get any MS4 funds this year, but it would be assessed it would be charged for the January month, and then to the homeowner, or to the parcel owner, in their May tax bill.
Yeah, you would get 6 months of your rate in May of 2026.
Okay.
So that puts us not receiving any money till July. Just keep that in mind. So, I'm making you guys aware because we deal with this, we deal with this daily, so I just want you all to know.
Yeah.
Okay. Ms. Becky, are you good? Ladies.
Finally.
Step up. I'm sorry you had to sit through all that. But we do this a lot. Yeah. 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 Okay. Tell us what you got.
Hello, everyone. My name's Bailey.
My name's Charlie. And my name's Ethan.
We are 3 players of the Lady Sluggers Select Fast Pitch softball team. Mine and Charlie's moms are coaching the team.
We are here today to ask for a donation, big or small. The team was put together because our parents wanted to promote teamwork, leadership, commitment, discipline, and overall a positive attitude.
Our team consists of girls ages 12 years old to 15 years old. The donations will go toward uniforms, league fees, umpire fees, and team insurance.
We appreciate your time today and thank you for any donation you choose to make.
So, our donations, we're out of money. However, they tell me there's a little bit left in the mayor's fund, which nobody likes spending it like Kurt does.
Right.
So Kurt, tee it up, buddy.
How about, what do you guys think?
How much money we got?
What do you guys want?
Have we done this group before, or is this
No,
a
it's
first?
new team.
It's for a team.
Yes.
They'll be playing at the Cap Field down
Okay,
to the
okay.
And Mayor, they practice and play in Oki Park, they got approval for the park board, they got insurance,
Nice.
they're all,
We're legit.
they're legit.
I love it.
Go team. Yep.
Just got a number? Aaron,
Oh, sorry.
you got a number?
Oh, how much do we got?
We don't have anything, the mayor's got the money.
We're not playing that game.
I don't know.
300, 300? 500?
I think
500.
Let's do 500.
First of all, let's ask, how many girls are on the team?
There's 10 of us.
10.
10. Okay, so that helps. Let's do that.
I make a motion, we donate $500 to the Lady Sluggers out of the mayor fund.
I second it.
Got a first and
Thank you
second.
guys so much.
Got a first and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
There you go.
You're welcome.
It's official.
You're welcome.
Thank
It's
you.
official.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Nice
Thank you.
Hey, time to leave, but we actually have practice.
Hey, go do it. Go do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, redevelopment report. Mike, would you like to give an update?
Yeah, a couple things, unless people haven't driven down Ridge, 132 Ridge was demoed, and I think it looks, the
Did a
area
really
looks-
nice job.
Yeah, they did a nice job. It's somebody we've never used before,
Yep.
and the bid came in much lower than what we have experienced before, so it was a good thing, good news. Just for the councils, we received $100,000 per the agreement, and for the beautification fund, which is right now soft washing, and the GRC approved placing that $100,000 in the foundation endowment account, and that endowment account now sits at $362,000 after just 2 years. So I think if we continue to do that, that will be funds for Greendale in perpetuity, And so that would be great, and we do plan on continuing to add to the endowment also.
Nice.
Received an update from Fish in early August. We asked them how many people have not talked to them, how many people have said no. And out of about 155, they had around 40 that have either declined or not responded to any communication. So we will be sending another letter to those 40 by the end of the. We'll send them out today. Thanks, Anthony. So, I don't know why they're not doing it.
I don't know why it's free.
Yeah. And I just got Fish's invoice for July, and another 25 were completed, and I apologize, I don't have how many, but we're getting close to probably 50. And if you notice, I think most of the houses, as you come into Greendale up to maybe Kansas Street on Ridge, have been done. And it's made a difference.
It has. Made a really nice difference.
It's made a really nice
Blue
difference.
house looks very nice.
Yeah, it does. Nothing else to report at this time. We have a couple of things, hopefully, we should be able to announce sooner than later.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, under Mayor's report, Chief?
I have the report for July. We had a total of 377 calls for service. That brings our year-to-date to 3,120. 13 traffic citations were written. That brings year-to-date to 132. There were 12 criminal arrests last month, 22 crash reports. Year-to-date on that is 55. New case reports is 21. Year-to-date on those are 212. Training for the month, Officer Donnerworth completed his drug recognition expert training. That's all I got.
Thank you for all you do. Those of you who may have heard, we had a wreck at McDonald's on Highway 50 today. Took 4 people to the hospital. Nobody was seriously injured. Rolled a car over. Right, had to cut 2 people out of the cars. So it's a sad day, but nobody got hurt or nobody got killed. That's the good news. So okay, Greendale Main Street report. Ryan or Aaron, please.
I got it. So our curb appeal grants are going along. We've only had a handful of people apply for the August round of grants. So if you want to send some messaging out to people in your district, that'd be great. The money's just sitting there to be used on houses. So they can get up to $500 in matching reimbursement funds to do any curb appeal projects on their house. You just apply greendalemainstreet.com/curb appeal, or just go to greendalemainstreet.com. So that's done. We're getting quite a few people submitting for reimbursements right now. We've paid out about $6,000 in reimbursements for work that was done for people that applied back in April. And so things are moving along with that. We're working on the Rock the Blocktober event on October 18th, and we've got 4 bands lined up: Rock Steady, Wade and Murphy, Mike Detmer, and DJ Matty West Coast. Got some food trucks lined up this year: Twisted Tater, Silly Cow, Carbonation Station, Cone Ice will be there. We'll have some photo booths, face painting. There's a kids activity area that Firmly Rooted is hosting, so they'll have that going on, and we'll have a beer garden there for that event this year too. And then the next kind of thing coming up, September 5th and 6th, that weekend, is our yard sale day event, and so there will be a registration link active on our site tomorrow that people can register their houses. For that, we'll publish a list the week of the event of which homes are participating. So those are going on. We do have a new treasurer. Anthony Caney is our new board treasurer, and we will have a quarterly financial report for y'all next month. He's doing a phenomenal job, and I think you'll be pretty pleased with what you get from him next meeting. So that's going on. And then we also appreciate GRC. They agreed to pay for our membership for Tri-State Trails, and so we've become members of Tri-State Trails, and looking forward to using their kind of consulting that comes with that for some trail ideas and conversations we've been having. So, but yeah, any
Thank you.
questions?
When you introduced Anthony Caney as the new treasurer of Main Street, I should have introduced Ryan Johnson as the new member of our council. before the meeting. I did it before the Board of Works, and I apologize. Ryan took Richard Stoyer's place. Richard moved to Morse Hill. Ryan lives on Tebbs, am I?
Ludlow.
Ludlow, okay.
639 Ludlow.
Yes, so welcome aboard. We're glad to have you. Thank you.
Glad to be here, thank
Yes.
you.
So, okay. Stellar Pathways, Okra Regional Partners update, no update at this point. UDO update, Anthony, do you have anything on that?
I think we're taking that off the agenda.
I thought that was supposed to be off the agenda.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will tell you, we've got a couple of bugs to work out of it we're aware of. We'll work through those, but we're getting there. Okay, one last thing on the mayor's report, code enforcement. So as you all know, Alan Duncan has been doing MS4. He also does code enforcement. And he has included a monthly workload report in our packet. Also, council, you guys are the eyes and ears of the city. If you see something that you're not sure of, you want further explanation, or you want him to go check something out, feel free to send him a text. He'll be glad to take care of it. And just short and sweet. Tell him where it is, what do you want him to go look at, and Alan will get that taken care of. So, thank you. Okay. Anthony, do you have anything on your report?
I completed a new ordinance for vacant and abandoned structures, as well as the property maintenance ordinance has been updated. Last time I brought that to the board wanted to have a committee meet and review that.
Okay.
So I'm asking if council wants to appoint a few members to form a committee before next meeting so we can get that rolling.
Anybody have any interest?
Yeah.
Aaron? I know Aaron does.
Yeah, committee for what? Dave's asking.
To review those ordinances.
Just to read through it and see if there's anything you like or don't like about it?
Say
I'll
yes.
do it.
Okay. You and Dave or Ryan too?
I mean,
Okay, all three. All right.
thank you.
Ryan,
Also-
would you be interested?
Yeah, I'd be
Okay,
interested.
all right.
That's
So, two Ryans,
Too
David
many?
and Aaron. Is that too many?
Too many.
Oh, you can't, we have to have three, can't meet.
Ryan?
The other Ryan,
you
we'll
do?
take this Ryan.
All right.
Ryan down
Yeah, just put Ryan and see who shows up.
Yes.
You guys can alternate. Flip a coin.
It's like we used to have
All
a
right,
Karen
I'll send
here
the
and Aaron.
documents out and we'll meet before next meeting.
Okay, so kind of on the same segue to this, Anthony and I have been talking, and Greendale defines a vacant house as a house that doesn't have any utilities to it. And how many are on the list? 13? And we're not going to publicize the addresses because we don't want any problems, but we have 13 houses in Greendale currently that have no utilities to. So my problem with that is the people who own those houses don't help with any of the ongoing overhead of the utilities, because that's part of what we pay utilities for. You know, the power lines, the water lines, the sewer lines, those kind of things. Even now, the stormwater, MS4. So I think that we need to consider, and I know some other cities have done this, that there needs to be a minimum utility charge associated with the house, even if it sits vacant. Because we have an ongoing overhead of all this utilities, which in my mind puts an unfair burden on the rest of the residents for these 13 who don't pay anything. So, yeah, I just want you guys to percolate on it. You don't need to make any decisions tonight, but I just think it's something, and it also could be used maybe as a slight tool to convince these people who, for whatever reason, have just, I don't want to use the word abandon, but to maybe get them back on the market so we could get a family in them and get them rehabbed, because a lot of them are not in the best of shape. Especially, I've got the house in particular, the family inherited it. They live in Florida now. They have not been back to the house for years. You know, it's got broken windows, those kind of things. So,
Yeah, because on redevelopment, we talk all the time about the housing and,
yes.
you know, these could be, I don't know how much rehab they would take.
But, you know, there's young families with a lot of energy, right? So, something to think about. Okay. Just wanted to put that out there.
Okay, sale of the Oki lot is currently tabled. We'll try to act on it this month, so get that letters to the owners. Okay, ordinance 2025-04, establishing a municipal stormwater utility and authorizing the collection of stormwater utility fees to be reevaluated at a later date. We've already spoken to that, and Anthony will have something by next month, or we'll all put him in a headlock. So, okay. Anthony, Lawrenceburg Bond Bank agreement.
We approved the agreement, we just need to pass the ordinance appropriating the funds. We had a first reading a couple months ago, but due to some delays in advertising, which takes about 3 weeks now to do a public hearing notice, we're just now getting second reading in with the public hearing. So I just need approval for that.
Okay. Do I have a motion?
I'll move.
Got a first, do we have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, got a first and second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries. Okay, new business. Good news, this is a good news moment. Greendale, Lawrenceburg, Aurora, the 3 cities, several towns had an agreement with Dearborn County on the 911 interlocal. And Pat Schwing, mayor of Aurora, you got to give Pat a pat on the back for how passionate he is for Greendale or Aurora and trying to save money, and he watches every little penny. He's really involved, and he's got a big heart. But he pointed out that the 3 cities and the towns were getting double billed essentially for our 911 fees, because we all pay taxes, county taxes, property taxes. The property tax money goes into the county general fund. So Greendale was in a interlocal, Greendale, Lawrenceburg, Aurora, and the towns were in the interlocal, and we were paying a portion of the 911 fees. When the county had to pay their fees, they took the money out of the general fund, which we put in there. So Greendale, the cities and towns were essentially getting double billed. And we went to Dearborn County Council, we went to the commissioners. I'll be honest with you, we spoke that night, to 2 different nights, to both of them, and I thought it fell on deaf ears. I really did. I thought we got nowhere quick. And then I got contacted by one of the commissioners, and he's like, hey, we've agreed to reduce your bills. So we got them reduced for 26, 27, and 28, I believe. Doesn't that sound right? I think it was the
26, 27.
27, 28, we'll have to enact a new, that's when all the new rules take place. So what we agreed to do, we're going to take the fact that we overpaid, actually they reduced them in 25, 26, 27. The money that we overpaid in 25, we're going to credit to 26 because, as we all know, the state has significantly cut our budget, so we're going to use that to kind of offset how much it was. So Becky, what was the final number for
That we're paying in 2026,
25?
$154,483.95 is what
Okay.
we paid them.
Yes, what did they give us back?
44,000 about.
What's that?
I think it was about 44,000.
I think so too. It was quite a savings, so it's
So
not.
yeah, it cut 2026 by 100,000.
Yes, that's our savings in 2026, so that's huge.
So that's the combined years.
But in,
25 and 26.
but in 27 goes up to 108,000.
Well, but it was going to be, what, 176?
Oh, they'll get there. After
Well-
27, the 28, they'll get to 180,000, get their money. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, the state's going to redo how they distribute all the lists, so.
That'll all change in 28.
It's coming down the line. I said it 2 years ago when we voted on this. It's coming down the line, and we're gonna get reamed.
Well, it won't be just us, it'll be everybody.
Well,
so.
everybody's gonna get reamed.
All right. Okay, that was my good news moment. So, do we need to, pass the agreement?
Screw up his.
Okay. So I need a motion to pass the new 911 interlocal agreement.
So moved.
Got a first?
Second?
Got a first and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays?
Nay.
Okay, thank you. Motion carries. All right, number 2, approval of the collective bargaining agreement. So, in the month of May and June, Anthony, Becky, and myself sat through union negotiations with 3 representatives from our union, as well as their, what is Dan Darrell's title?
Union business rep.
Union business rep. So we came to an agreement on terms for this, which would have taken effect July of this year. So over the next 3 years, we agreed to a 3-year union agreement. So we just need to approve it on the council level. So I will need a motion to approve the collective bargaining agreement.
Becky, the only thing I didn't see is if everything, you know, is similar, what's I'm assuming there's a increase on different things and they hit to the bottom line that this represents. Do we know how much?
Yes, I don't have it in front of me, but I do have a spreadsheet. I can share that with you.
Okay.
So this was all negotiated in good faith. They've agreed to it.
I'm not saying it wasn't,
Yeah.
I just want to know, obviously, I want to know the numbers. Surprise.
Damn banker.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's 3% the first year, 4% the second year, 4% the third year.
Yep.
Were the percentage increases that we agreed to.
Okay, and that's on their benefits and
That's just their hourly wage.
their hourly wage, okay?
Yes.
So no change to the percent of benefits or anything like that?
We increased the employee contribution for health insurance.
And that reduced
Yeah, we
our,
did.
it reduced
Which will
ours?
reduce our,
Okay.
the
So that
city's.
would have a positive impact?
Right. What other big changes were there?
Benefits? Any,
We
No.
We
increased
increased
their,
pay and then doubled benefits pay, or what they're paying for
what they're
benefits.
paying for benefits. We increased their life insurance and their disability
Yes.
insurance.
To catch up in today's numbers
Yeah.
is really what it amounted to.
on the, what they're paying on their medical insurance, which is what I'm saying, did you have them, did he increase this single and joint?
Single and family, yes.
Single and
Yes.
family, okay. Okay, all right, thanks.
The rest of it was just,
Yeah,
there
we
was some
increased their
vacation,
on-call pay, we increased their
vacation time.
vacation time.
They get to more vacation quicker. There were some uniform allowances changes, boot, no,
We did increase the boots.
boot, yeah. And some different, we allowed different types of winter jacket clothing.
Yes, they're allowed to do a vest rather than a jacket.
Yeah, for the linemen specifically wanted that, so.
And Becky, not, you know, you're okay with the budget for what the impact, I mean, it's reality, I know, but
Yeah.
you don't cringe. Or you cringe.
Well,
She cringed.
I always cringe.
Which is good, I like you in that position, but it's,
Yeah, but we'll make it work.
okay,
Yeah.
all right, thank you.
Okay. All right, do we have a first? Did someone motion?
So moved.
Okay, got a first. We have a second.
I'll second.
Got a first and second on the approval of the collective bargaining agreement. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Okay, motion carries. Thank you. All right, so ordinance 2024-10, amending the union salary ordinance. So this union agreement, so some of the wage increases go in effect January 1st, correct?
all of the hourly wage increases go into effect January 1st.
However, what changes July 1st, Becky?
The water increase for holding a license.
For licensure, remember when we
So
passed
we
that?
had it capped at 40 hours, and we negotiated with them. They will now get that on any hours they work.
Yeah.
So overtime and 40 hours. So they'll get that extra $1 an hour, or $1.50 on overtime. And the other one was the increase in on-call pay for the utility workers.
Yes.
That went from $150 a week to $200 a week.
Yep.
What'd it go from?
$150 to $200.
Oh, okay.
And that would be retro through July, back to July 1st.
Back to July, okay.
Yep.
So
I
those
need-
were the only two changes on the salary ordinance.
So, need a motion.
So we need a motion to waive the first reading if we're going to do that, or we'll do a
Yes.
second.
Oh, I'll make the motion, we waive the first reading. That way they don't have to wait any longer.
Okay. So that's a first, do I have a second?
I'll second that as I
Okay.
smile and look down at Ryan.
All right,
So
so,
why are we waiving it?
just to,
We have to retro pay them back to
Oh, it
July
retro
1st,
pays
so if we
them.
go another month, it'll be another, but that's totally up to you.
okay, as we know, when we do this, it has to be unanimous. Ryan, that Ryan, not this Ryan, okay? David?
Aye.
Ryan?
Aye.
Thank you. Aaron?
Aye.
Kurt?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
And Ryan?
Aye.
Okay. This is going to get confusing. We're gonna have to figure this out. Two Ryans.
We should
And
sit them
an
next to
Aaron.
each other.
Yes.
Yeah, that would help.
Yes. All right. Okay, thank you all.
So pass,
We gotta pass the ordinance.
Okay, gotta come back for the pass the ordinance.
I'll make a motion,
There we go.
we pass ordinance 2025-10.
Okay, got a first. We have a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, Becky would like to schedule a budget workshop the week of August the 25th.
What's my call-in pay for that?
$3.99.
Went up?
Okay.
What time you wanna do it?
So I think we're gonna have a Board of Works on Monday, so Monday's probably out,
Yeah,
but
I thought the
Any-
25th was on a Monday.
it is, but
the week,
the
of
week
that
of.
week, anytime.
The week of.
Oh, well, that's a big difference.
Okay.
So whatever day works best for everyone, I'll make work.
I cannot do Tuesday evening.
Let me look at my
I can't either,
calendar app.
so.
Yeah, Tuesdays are,
How about Wednesday?
How about Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
Okay, what time Wednesday?
Ryan, you okay with?
I'm in Indy for the IHCDA conference, Wednesday and Thursday.
That's,
I will be back Thursday evening, though, if that is a possibility.
Thursday evening's not a possibility for me, I'm in a meeting.
Okay.
Let me see something.
Do we have anything currently on planning or zoning for the Monday?
We have, no, not that I can think of for this month.
You guys wanna shoot for 6 PM on the 25th?
25th would be good.
I could do it.
I can do that.
I can make
All
that
right.
work.
I mean, we gotta
Maybe
do
we
this,
had pushed
y'all.
it back to 7, I'm still okay with that if we
Yeah.
need to do it.
All right, so
Just to get it in,
tentatively, we're gonna put it down for 6 PM on
the 25th.
the 25th budget workshop.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Becky, do you have to advertise that?
Yes,
Okay. Will that give you enough time to do that?
48 hours, right?
Plenty time.
All right.
Oh, for the workshop.
Okay. Well, unless anybody has any other comments, I'll take a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
First,
Second.
second, all in favor say aye.
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 Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
I got one more thing to pass down, guys, to sign, I'm sorry.
You did.
Oh, this is just council members.